I've got a surprise for you. There's a special guest on the set of Bri today. She's a singer, songwriter, guitarist, and a jelly bean lover. I'd like to introduce you to Kina Grannis.
Anything we have known, anything we've forgotten, in the rain, in the dark we'll lay, in your arms I'll stay.
So here I am with the amazing Kina Grannis. You may know her because of her awesome video, In Your Arms, which is made of 288,000 jelly beans. So Kina, thanks so much for coming in. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. So my first question is, when did you know that you wanted to be a musician?
I guess it was something I was always drawn to since I was little. I just loved singing and I always did it. But it wasn't until about halfway through high school when I really decided I wanted to do something about it.
What do you love most about making music?
I guess there are two things for me. The first one is that knowing that you can connect with different people with your songs, or that maybe writing a song might help someone else that relates to it. And the other thing is, for me, it kind of helps me work through my problems, or when times are harder, to really look at what's going on and think, how can I make the best of this situation?
Who would you want to do a duet with?
That one's really tough. There are a billion people I'd want to do it with. If I had to pick two, kind of in different worlds, there'd be Bon Iver on the one hand, and then maybe Jason Mraz on the other.
How long have you been playing the guitar?
I think about 11 years. I started teaching myself in high school.
I have a guitar, that I got when I was 7 because I really wanted to play the guitar, but it's just been sitting around.
Sitting there looking pretty.
Yeah.
You can learn it someday.
So
You've got time.
Yeah. What's your songwriting process?
It's kind of random for me. I can never just sit down and write. It always has to just kind of hit me. And so usually I'll just be messing around on guitar, and then I'll start humming a melody, and then I'll start singing words. And in a way, it feels like I'm finding a song rather than writing it. It's strange like that.
So I hear you're going on a Europe tour pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely excited.
Where are you most excited to travel to?
I'm really excited about all of it. I went for the first time in my October tour, and I love all of Europe, but I think probably the part I'm most excited about is Spain, because I haven't been there yet, so it's brand new to me.
I'd want to go to Italy. I'm Italian.
That's cool. I would love to go to Italy, too.
Yeah. Your songs best describe you and why?
They all describe me in some way or another. They're all a piece of me, but I think one that really encapsulates a lot of it is my song Heart and Mind, which is kind of just about the story of me going through life being really closed off and kind of just watching everyone and being afraid to offer myself because I was afraid of what people would think about me, and kind of realizing that to really be happy and to really feel like you're living, you have to at some point just be yourself. And so I'm still working on that, but yeah.
That's really good.
Thanks.
What's your favorite memory from making the In Your Arms music video?
Probably finishing. Yeah. It was definitely a cool process, and everyone that worked on it was amazing, but it did span almost 2 years in the making, and
wow.
And it was just a really good feeling to be done,
I saw the making of, and I saw that you've had the little mold
plaster all over me.
Yeah. Was that uncomfortable?
It was interesting. At first it was kind of relaxing. We put on this very peaceful music so I didn't go crazy, and I had to cover myself in Vaseline, which was that was interesting. I was like, okay, this could be like a massage or something. And then they start laying on these plaster pieces, which were wet and cold, but then they start hardening.
Yeah.
So then it's hardening around my throat, and I can't breathe. I'm like, oh gosh, this needs to end. Yeah.
I don't think I would be able to do that. What's your favorite jelly bean flavor?
I think I'd have to go with green apple and chocolate pudding. What about you? Put you on the spot.
Cherry. Or
cherry?
Green apple.
They're both good.
They're really good.
Both good.
I love jelly beans. Ever get sick of jelly beans?
I actually didn't. I'm actually still eating them. Something's wrong with me, but I have always loved them, and I still love them now, apparently.
So how can your fans track you down?
I guess my central home is KinaGrannis.com, but YouTube.com/Kina Grannis, and Twitter and Facebook, on all of those.
What advice would you give to people who are just starting out?
The two most important things for anyone starting out would be to do what you do as much as possible, whether that's singing or dancing or writing. Just do it as much, because there's always room to grow. You can always improve and hone your craft. And the other one would be do what's true to yourself and not what you think people want to hear from you. And that can be hard with music, especially because you want to compare yourself and think, you know, what kind of music is cool. But at the end of the day, if you write the songs that are meaningful to you, that they're probably going to be meaningful to other people too.
Cool. Thanks so much for coming in.
Of course,
and
thanks for having me.
good luck on your tour.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Check out a little bit of Kina's performance of In Your Arms.
Take my hand, let's go into the trees. Behind the branches, falling on our knees. I remember feeling like this part of us would never change. Anything we have known, anything we've forgotten. In the rain, in the dark, we'll lay. In your arms I'll stay. Anything we have known, anything we've forgotten.
Doesn't she have a great voice? Kina's super awesome, and I had a lot of fun talking to her. Well, if you want to see more cool episodes like this one, then be sure to find me on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Bri What The Show. Oh, and also friend me on Yoursphere. Well, that's it for today's episode, so I'll catch you next time on
Bri What?